Hello, this is a short video to complement the article that I've just completed for the Clarinet and Saxophone magazine, which will be on my website as well shortly. This section is concerning breathing. We're talking about air control in the article. I'm now going to describe what I think is a very useful technique for breathing in correctly and knowing that you've taken in the most amount of air that you can. It's a trick that I picked up from somebody called Charles Neidig, a great clarinet teacher and player himself. I attended one of his courses and thought it was a really useful thing to incorporate. So, what is the finger breath? Simply, it is a means of disrupting the airflow as you're breathing in, and it creates a sound. Now that sound can tell you whether you've got it right or wrong. So if it's correct, the sound should be like the wind whistling round inside a cave. And it works like this. You need to imagine a yawn. Like that. And with that position for your mouth open and your throat open and your chest ready to move open and expand, you then bring up the hand so that the finger is in contact with your open mouth, like this. That sound tells me that I've breathed as maximally as I can, as well as I possibly can, and filled out the space in my rib cage with the intercostal muscles expanding and with the diaphragm moving down. When it's working, the diaphragm moves down in position. It then swaps over so that muscles in opposition, the abdominals, take over for pushing the air out through the instrument. Just to recap, this is the correct sound that we should be hearing. You can see the expansion of the rib cage. The shoulders are not going up, but the rib cage is allowed to expand outwards. If your tongue or your throat are too constricted, the sound will be much higher, like this. And clearly that's a helpful sign for us to decide whether we're breathing as well as we possibly can. Another way of working out if we're using the right kind of breathing, this time for the blowing out, is to use the mirror. The mirror test is very useful in my view. We can see that with slow moving air, we get a steaming up of the mirror, like this. To do that, I'm using my tongue in a lower position and allowing the air to move more slowly so it's gradually warmed up by your body. The correct air, in my opinion, for the clarinet in all registers is always quicker than that kind of air that will steam up the mirror. So what I would call this cold air. And it's a cold air because it doesn't steam up the mirror. I'll show you the example of that. I'm going to put my tongue into a higher position as if saying key. And when I direct the air at the mirror, you will see there's no condensation. So we have hot air and cold air. We will continue to make that air faster and faster and faster for each register change, which I'll demonstrate in another video where we can do the bugle call on a single note. See you soon.